No, because when I say this was the pre-wedding celebration of the century, know that I mean that. Meet Anant Ambani and his fiancée, Radhika Merchant. Anant is son to Nita Ambani and Mukesh Ambani, who just so happens to be the richest man in Asia, with a net worth around $40 billion. Yeah, billion with a B. And just last weekend, the Ambani family hosted a 3-day-long extravaganza for 1,000 guests. And as a reminder, this is just the pre-wedding festivities, okay? The wedding itself isn't until July. And if this is any indication of what the wedding is going to be like, I am not ready. Okay, so let's get into the details. They had over 1,000 guests who they chartered planes for, erected 14 new temples, through the largest drone show in the world, I believe, had Rihanna perform, and gave the guests a 9-page dress code to follow. You know, the moment I saw that was the moment I knew I had to cover this wedding. Because if I'm being honest with y'all, Indian fashion is by far my favorite. The details that go into it are absolutely exquisite, from the embroidery to the bejeweling. It's all just perfection in my eyes. Night one's theme was called An Evening in Everland, and this was the night that Rihanna performed. Radhika wore a custom Versace gown that was inspired by the one that Blake Lively wore to the Met Gala, and I'm not sure the designer of her mother-in-law's gown, but that color is perfection, and those emeralds, oh my god, don't even get me started. Day two's theme was a walk on the wild side, where the guests visited the Ambani family's animal rescue center, Vantara. Guests were instructed to wear a jungle-inspired dress code, and I think they nailed it. Anant said his mom planned every detail, and you can truly see that in all of the pictures from this day. Like, once again, pre-wedding festivities, and they went all out, which I love. Everything about this is just so chic and beautiful. They truly knocked it out of the park. And this, again, was just the day activity. The party for that night was themed Mela Rouge, which was a carnival-themed event, and guests were instructed to follow an Indian wear dress code. But before I get into the fashion, once again, can we just give it up to all of the details on this? This is truly insanity, and I am living for every moment of it. Honestly, there are so many outfits over these 3 days. I'm starting to get them all mixed up, and it's getting blurry. So I'm just gonna run through the outfits that Mrs. Nita Ambani wore, along with Radhika and her soon-to-be sister-in-laws. Okay, so this is Shloka Ambani. She's married to Anant's brother, and she wore this dress from Manish Malhotra. And you guys, I'm sorry if I mispronounce any of these names. Mrs. Nita Ambani wore a custom lehenga from the same designer, as did Isha Ambani and the bride-to-be, Radhika. And just look at how this gown moves. I'm a troll girl, so I love any gown that flares out like this and is that glittery. These gowns were also exquisite, as was this one. Now, I know when I do these wedding fashion videos, it's usually all about the bride, but we gotta talk about this. That top is made from literal jewelry. They literally took pieces of jewelry, they took some of them apart and placed it on all these pattern pieces to craft this one-of-a-kind exquisite top. Are you kidding me? This isn't even the bride's outfit. And the jewels, not even the jewels on the top, but the necklaces. It's just so good. This look was designed by Abu Jani Sandeep Khosla, and I cannot give them enough praise for this piece. This was another one of Isha's looks. Is it Isha or Aisha? I looked it up, but I can't remember because I'm just so overwhelmed by the sheer extravagance of this entire affair. Now, the bride wore this really fun dress for night one, and for night three, she wore this exquisite custom-made ensemble from Tarun Hiliani. They shared this sketch along with some of the design process over on their Instagram, so go check that out. I just think it was absolute perfection. I mean, really, every gown was just perfection after perfection after perfection. But when you have $40 billion, there's no reason why it shouldn't be. And again, the jewels. Her jewels are insane, but her soon-to-be mother-in-law's jewels, oh my gosh. Those emeralds, are you kidding me? Same with her daughters. Just stunning, perfection, exquisite. I just don't even have words. And again, this is just the pre-wedding festivities. I cannot wait to see what they all wear for the actual wedding. Now, if you want more details on the insane jewels worn at this wedding, check out, I think it's Jewels by Jules or Jewelry by Jules. I can't remember right now. Again, I'm just in such a fog and overwhelmed with all of this beauty. But I'll tag her in the caption. She's done a series going over all of the different pieces worn, and it's just incredible. The final thing I want to say is that y'all need to go to this Instagram page and check out this video. Mrs. Nita gave a performance, and you guys, the video for this, I honestly thought it was a Bollywood film, but no, it's from this wedding, or sorry, pre-wedding. Others gave performances for all of the nights of this celebration. This was the stage for one of the nights, and just look how huge it is. And I know I'm just missing so much because it was 3 days worth. Activities, exquisite decorations, over-the-top outfit. Like, it was just everything I could ever want in a wedding, and it wasn't even a wedding. So yeah, you guys are gonna have to stay tuned for July when the actual wedding happens. And sorry this ended up getting so all over the place. Again, overwhelmed with so much. So let me know in the comments what you want to see more details on. If you want me to show you the guest outfits, because I totally forgot to mention that Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and Ivanka Trump and her family were there. And regardless of whether you love or hate her, her fashion for this weekend actually slayed. So yeah, we've got way more to discuss when it comes to this pre-wedding celebration. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, as well as what else you want to see, and make sure you follow along so you don't miss a single thing.